As we just mentioned, Hawaiian Electric, the Public Utilities Commission, and the State Energy Office are scheduled to appear before Congress on Thursday. That's as the House Energy and Commerce Committee are holding an oversight hearing on the Maui fires. Joining us now live is Hawaii's congressional member and the rep for Maui, Representative Jill Tokuda. Aloha and good morning, Representative.
Aloha.
What does Congress want to hear from the Public Utilities Commission, HECO, and the State Energy Office?
You know, I think there's always been many questions that have been asked. I would hope that this is meant to be a productive hearing where they really want to know how do we make sure this never happens again. I really do hope that this hearing allows them to hear, you know, the devastation that took place, the urgency in which we need to act to support our Maui community and Ohana right now, and galvanizes them in these final days as a looming government shutdown is in front of us to act. And I think that could be the most productive thing, is if people understand the gravity of the situation on the ground, that answers will all be answered in time. But right now, people in Maui, people in Hawaii need help.
Obviously, you are more well-versed in this than many of your fellow representatives, but are there any questions that you would like to see answered personally?
You know, I, again, really hope that this is a productive discussion focused on how are we making sure that these situations never happen again on the island of Maui, as well as our entire state. I think that is absolutely critical. And so really taking a look at what happened that day. What would we do differently? How do we have to plan for situations that we are just not anticipating? And again, as we remember that day, 2 islands in our chain were on fire. We had no less than 11 fires going on at the same time. We need to think about quickly, in quick order, what do we need to do to prevent it? And I hope that the Energy and Commerce Committee really is focused on those forward-looking kinds of discussions and questions in terms of how are we going to make sure this never happens again? What kind of processes, plans need to be put into place? And let's look at our critical infrastructure here, living in a rural and remote, not just rural, but remote community, where we need to make sure that we have redundancies in place and we have infrastructure in place so that we can take care of our communities wherever disaster, wherever fire should strike.
Now, once again, that hearing is scheduled for Thursday. Switching gears a bit, Congress has been hard at work with negotiations ahead of the fiscal year ending coming up on September 30th. That deadline does loom to keep the federal government, part of it at least, operating. A sticking point between the negotiations has been the $24 billion that President Biden has been requesting from Congress to continue to help Ukraine in its fight against Russia. Where do negotiations stand right now?
You know, I am preparing to leave in a few hours to go back to D.C. And you're absolutely right. It is a looming crisis ahead of us, and time is not on our side right now. You know, I do believe right now the total focus of every member of Congress needs to be how we do not allow a shutdown to happen. We understand the stakes are especially high for us here in Hawaii. We cannot afford any kind of slowdown. We cannot afford any kind of delays in approvals or decisions or resources coming our way. Yes, we know that FEMA and emergency support, the boots on the ground, the 800 plus federal individuals here on the ground now will stay here. But again, we know that so much more trickles to such slow efforts that it would not be good for our state. So things are dire now. We need to get bills moving. Right now, the House has been unable to move anything off the floor. Right now, I know the Senate is considering passing over a CR. And everything at this point is on the table in terms of how we move forward so that we get something to the president's desk and we avert a government shutdown.
All right, thank you so much, Representative Jill Tokuda. Have a safe trip back to Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.